Hello everybody, the Young Hylian Lad here. I hope everyone had a splendid Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus / New Year's. I know I certainly did. Got a new toy in the mail today. This is the Revo K101 Plus. I've been looking for a little gadget to play my Game Boy Advance games for a little while now, and there's a few of them out there, especially if you've ever been on the Geek or the Wish apps for Android or iPhone, I believe. You see some on Amazon as well, but anyway, I've seen a few of them being reviewed online, and this seemed to be like the best bet and the most comfortable and the most stable as well. I like how it actually has a slot for Game Boy Advance games as well as a micro SD adapter so that you can actually load ROMs onto it. And again, not to sound like your mother or anything, but just make sure if you download ROMs that they're games that you actually own. Okay, support the developers and all that good stuff. All right, now without further ado, let's get this little let's get this little guy open. That is it. Let's get a little focus in there. Cool. It's got a little screen protector. I'm going to leave that on just momentarily. But yeah, that's the unit itself. Not that much bigger than the original Game Boy Advance. So put that to the side for a minute. Let's see what else is in here. All right. Well, you got your AV adapter. Plug right into the unit to play on your TV. Of course, you have your wall charger and the USB cable adapter. They also included little screen protectors, which is cool, and also little, it looks like button replacements with a little tool to pop it open and replace any of the actual physical buttons on the device itself, which is cool. Alright, let's get the screen off here. Yeah, that is beautiful. So, standard Game Boy Advance layout, you have your D-pad on the left here. Some of the complaints I read online were that the buttons felt a little weird and sticky or like delayed. They actually feel very comfortable. I'm not too sure why. The shoulder buttons feel a little springy, like compared to the original Game Boy Advance or the SP. I doubt that's going to really affect gameplay that much, but we'll definitely give it a shot. Of course, you have your start and select buttons here. Okay, this is your speaker on the bottom right here. Just to look at the top here, again, your shoulder buttons, left and right, a little springy, but not too bad. You have your charging port, that's the mini USB with the cable included, obviously. You have your little brightness button. Okay, the AV out for the AV cable. This also has the port for you to connect to other Game Boy Advances, which is awesome. So if you're playing Pokemon or you're doing a multiplayer or anything like that, that actually will connect with other Game Boy Advances, the original one or the actual Revo K101 if you have those as well. That's the back of it. You just kind of see the battery. I like the clear case. I've always liked that with handheld consoles. Looks very techy, I guess. And in here, they actually included it's called the K card. This is the actual micro SD adapter. So you have the slot right there. I gotta zoom in on that a little. There we go. So you pop your micro SD card in there, and you pop this right into the Game Boy Advance cartridge slot. And again, this will actually play your real Game Boy Advance cartridges. But yes, if you have ROMs on a micro SD card, you pop them right in there, and you can play them. Now I should have a little bit of juice in there, and I just grabbed the first Game Boy Advance game that I could get my hands on, and I happened to find Super Mario Advance. So I'm going to pop this in, just see how it runs. Got this game the day it came out, brings back memories. Alright, probably should have mentioned the power button is on the left-hand side here. Alrighty, look at that screen, how bright it is, that's perfect. That was my major gripe with the original Game Boy Advance, is it wasn't backlit. Obviously the SP and the later versions did have a backlight built in, which was nice. And speaking of that, I mentioned the brightness button up here. I'll show you, I believe it's 8 different levels of brightness, so as you click it, it'll get less and less bright, so if you're running out of battery, there you go. And then it'll go completely black. So, yeah, 8 levels of brightness. I miss this game so much. I haven't played it in forever. I won't play too much. I just want to give you, just a quick demo. See how it runs. Literally haven't touched this in years. This is a little trip down memory lane. Yeah, let's just do, yeah. Really, I just want to show you like the gameplay and the frame rate and everything. And then after this, I'll show you the actual micro SD adapter. Alright. Almost forgot how to play this, so bear with me. Yay. But yeah, you can tell the frame rate, the brightness, everything about it. I mean, this is the way the Game Boy Advance was meant to be played. I love this so much already. So yeah, I won't play too long. Like I said, I want to show you the... just kind of want to kill the snake real quick. There we go. So yes, next I do want to show you the actual K card, which is the Revo's micro SD adapter so you can load up ROMs and so forth. So here is the K card itself. That's the Game Boy Advance cartridge adapter for the micro SD card. Pops in right on the top there. There we go. See, I just have just an 8 gig one in there too, which is perfect enough to hold, probably 30, 40, even more ROMs. So that's the screen itself. You can see it's on the main menu. This is where you can select your ROM. You have a bunch of them on here. I preloaded already. So that's the main menu. If you use the shoulder buttons here, you can go to the options menu to change any settings with language, display, so forth. They have a little help menu, which is cool. You can actually use the brightness button in conjunction with some of the other keys as shortcuts. So if you're in a game, for example, and you hold down the brightness and the left trigger button, it'll actually reset the game for you, bring you to a menu, so you can go back to the main menu here and choose a different game or what have you. So go back here. Let's play Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Another Game Boy Advance classic here. So it loads the game right up, brings you right to the splash screen. And loads it right from there. So like I said, when you're in a game, one of the major shortcuts that you'll want to know about, brightness button and the left shoulder together will bring you into this little menu for you to continue, use cheats or guides, auto fire, use hotkeys, or you can reset the game or return to the file list, which is really handy. So a lot of cool shortcuts involved, and it'll also generate a saved game profile for you right there on your memory card. So yeah, that's it. I am really stoked to start messing around with this. Been wanting to play a lot of my Game Boy Advance titles for a while now, especially now that I can use the actual cartridges and play them physically or load up ROMs as well. So very excited. As usual, guys, thank you so much. Again, this is the Revo K101. Just go to Google, pop it in. It's the first site that comes up. $130. They have other editions and other colors as well, which are a little more, but to me, perfectly worth it, especially for that screen alone. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching as always, and we'll catch you in the next video.